We had invited Z and Rustam Patel to train our trainers for Tibetan yoga. Tibetan yoga was very alien to me initially, but subsequently when Z took us through the 5 rites of Tibetan yoga, we found it extremely useful and extremely energizing as well. In fact, we've started using Tibetan yoga for all our training programs, where we insist that the participants go through half an hour of Tibetan yoga before we start our sessions on training. We noticed that it is not only a stress buster, but also increases substantially the energy levels of participants and increasing the learning power as well. So we find Tibetan yoga quite useful. More importantly, Tibetan yoga is very simple. We hardly need to spend about 20 minutes on a daily basis for all the 5 rites of Tibetan yoga, but the benefits that accrue from it are immense. I would very strongly recommend Tibetan yoga in all kinds of workshops, in all kinds of trainings, and for your personal life as well. Thank you very much.
Doing the Tibetan yoga was an experience of a lifetime. We don't normally get the time from our day-to-day course to spend the time in the exercise and the jog and things like that that we need to do. What we learned was a simple way which I think we need to give that 20 minutes to ourselves each day. And it was an amazing, wholesome, all-body part encompassing capsule that we got to. The more interesting thing was the reaction which happened to all our teammates. You know, in the typical group environment of everybody doing it together and continuing to check next morning, how much have you reached, how far have you gone. And there has been some amount of positive rub-off and it feels a lot better, you feel better with yourself. The group as a whole, specific in a training environment, thought that this was a perfect de-stressor in our day-to-day daily lives.
Yeah. My name is Jagdish Modi and I work as a Chief Manager, Strategic Marketing with Nicholas Piramal India Limited. And in one of my major responsibility, we do a lot of workshops for on-the-job skill enhancement for our marketing team. And every time we do a lot of skill enhancement, but this time we thought that we should do something which will help them in their day-to-day life. So we decided and we contacted Z Patel for organizing a Tibetan yoga workshop. Now, the most interesting aspect of this, what we saw was that in 2 days, she could train every person, all the marketing manager, for the wholesome gamut of all the exercises which otherwise in yogasan, it takes many days. Basically what everybody learned was a good 5-minute warm-up before you start a Tibetan yoga. She trained us for 5 rites, which actually regenerates your entire system, entire body. And after that, she did a vigorous follow-up to ensure that our marketing managers do this kind of practice on day-to-day basis. In fact, when we had a feedback session with our marketing managers, many of them say that what is most interesting is that the entire 5 rites gets completed in just 20 minutes. So it takes just 20 minutes, and those who even misses some day because of their busy schedule and day-to-day activity, they could do some of them even in the office itself. And there are some exercises which has been taught, which one can do while you are working on a PC. Okay, so those exercises are helpful because when continuously whole day you are working on a computer and strain your mind and eyes, there are some exercises which really charges up you and you are back to normal, and throughout the day you can deliver better. This helped me remain alert throughout the day, where usually at the evening when I used to feel tired, but off lately now even till 10:30, 11 I can give my full concentration to whatever activities I do. So I recommend that each one should practice this and take the benefit of Tibetan yoga, what Mrs. Patel is teaching.
Hi, my name is Ashwin Arora. I'm working for Hutchison Banks in the call center. I have very crazily working schedules, as in my day starts sometimes at 7 o'clock in the morning and goes as late as 2 in the night. earlier, before doing the 5 rides, I had a lot of back problem, and I used to get very stressed out, like working for 9 hours continuously at a stretch. It used to be crazy, I mean, I was getting, the entire thing was getting very monotonous. The call center thing is very strenuous, as you all know. But after the 5 rides, life has completely changed. It's wonderful, as in my entire back problem is totally gone, and I feel much more energetic. My social life is more relaxed. I can meet friends even after coming back from work. It's a total change, and the best part is you just got to do it for 15-20 minutes maximum.
I'm Bakul Shah, and I'm in the chemical business. I'm fairly busy and I have a stressful business life. I learned about yoga some years back, but unfortunately I have not been able to do it regularly due to the time it takes. 2 years back, Mrs. Patel spoke to us about Tibetan yoga at our Rotary meeting, and fortunately I joined the workshop. And wow, I've been doing Tibetan yoga regularly thereafter, even when I'm traveling, because it just takes 15 minutes in my hotel room, and I feel so young, energetic, energized. I've been recommending it to several of my friends, and you won't believe me, a lot of my friends have been complimenting me.
Dr. Rajiv Anand. I'm a psychiatrist in practice for last about 25 years. And I would like to share some of my views about Tibetan rites. While doing Tibetan rites, we realize that joint flexibility improves. If I'm asked to get it now, I can instantly get it. If I'm asked to extend my hand, I can do that. Even though I am age-wise 53, but I feel far lesser in my age. Third thing I realized that besides joint flexibility and the tone in the muscles, that there is an energy, there's a high level of energy. That one feel good, one get a sense of well-being. And leave aside my own practice, what practice I mean, that what I practice in my life. To whomsoever else I have recommended this, to my friends and to my relatives and to my social acquaintances and to my clients, almost all of them have found benefits. Of course, this benefit comes when they do practice regularly, not just once in a while. If people have been doing it regularly every day, and you should be surprised that this needs hardly any time. Despite busy schedule, all of us can find around 10 minutes, 12 minutes time to do this practice. It doesn't mean half an hour, it doesn't mean 1 hour. And one remarkable point I would like to share with you. You all have heard about yoga. You all have heard about pranayama. You have heard about meditation. But in this case, this is a kind of unique amalgamation of yoga and pranayama and meditation. This has all the good principles of yoga. This has pranayama principles. This has meditation. What better one could ask for in a short span of 10 minutes if one could derive all the beneficial effect of all these 3 things? Not only that, there are people whom I have known personally very well in my client setting, who have had depressive moods, who have meditation, who have been having anxiety episodes, who often have been having suicidal thoughts, and those who have persistently, regularly practiced these Tibetan rites. They have found tremendous change in their mood, in their mindset, in their thought process, in their emotions. And they found that they were feeling better and they could cope up with a lot of difficulty in the life much more efficiently. So I have been very impressed with Tibetan rites. I do not mind and I do not hesitate in sharing my view with anyone if it can help someone. Thank you very much.